On a normal day, families living in slums barely put food on the table. The situation has worsened following the outbreak of the global coronavirus pandemic. The Kenyan government bowing to the plight of such families, with President Uhuru Kenyatta announcing weekly stipends for the vulnerable families.
We have identified needy households in Nairobi that will be the inaugural recipients of the weekly COVID-19 support stipend. The piloting of the program started yesterday, and some of the initial beneficiaries have received their stipend.
The weekly stipends are part of an array of measures targeted at the vulnerable that also rope in the elderly, a group that has enjoyed aid from the government on and off.
We love and respect our elderly fellow Kenyans, our grandmothers, our grandfathers. They are so vulnerable to this disease.
President Uhuru Kenyatta further unlocking more money from the National Treasury to be disbursed to the elderly through the Social Welfare Fund to at least help the elderly in the country afford basic commodities like food.
Today, my administration has also released 8.5 billion shillings to the elderly and vulnerable individuals under the cash transfer program run by the Ministry of Labour.
And the government's protection of groups identified as deserving of shielding from the impact of COVID-19.
500 million shillings, which were in arrears, have also been released to persons with severe disabilities. We will continue to provide all necessary assistance to groups, communities, social-economic sectors that have been hardest hit by the pandemic.
The head of state also announcing that the recently established COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund is almost at the 1 billion shillings mark, with the resources aimed at aiding the government in combating the spread of the virus and filling the gap for the most vulnerable in the country. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV, Nairobi.